Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Another night of NBA playoff basketball and another unbelievable finish to a basketball game. This one was Jalen Brunson in particular. And for the other side, it was no Donovan Mitchell in particular. But ultimately, another overtime thriller, double OT the night before with the OKC Thunder at home losing to Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And then last night, it was Cleveland coming in, leading by as much as 22 points with, 7:40-something on the clock. And I think they said, the metric said 0.01 chance of New York winning the basketball game at that point. And we obviously, if you watched or caught up afterwards, you know what happened. Unbelievable basketball.
How about that shot, by the way?
Yeah?
That's
yeah. Was that a Jalen Brunson from you?
That's a good 7 feet right there.
Yeah. Or the Wembanyama Steph distance three that he hit. But honestly, just another great basketball game.
It was. I enjoyed it. This is back-to-back NBA watching all the way through games for me now. And
So you
Give the man a medal.
Yeah.
Put in 96 minutes.
Exactly.
More than 90. I take that back. More than
Exactly,
that.
man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. They seemed to be a little evenly matched at halftime, and then in the third quarter, Cleveland just blew the doors off of them. And then you find yourself in the fourth quarter having to come back. Hell of a comeback. That Brunson led the way. Absolutely.
He's playing like it's 23,
yeah,
man.
He is, bro.
He
Absolutely. They don't have a shot if he doesn't pull out his hat, pull out his wand and make it happen.
There's something about it, especially it's kind of ironic that we mentioned the day before, or actually yesterday, when we're talking about how big Wembanyama is and how he can move and how the little man can't really make a living in the NBA anymore, or not as much. And look what a 6'2" Jalen Brunson did last night. He's a full foot shorter, if not, he is more.
46 minutes, he had 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
46 minutes.
And he is a dancer on the dance floor. And he just is so methodical about the way he goes about his business. And he's a surgeon. Yeah, he's a surgeon. Yeah. And he knows exactly how to bait defenders.
He's a flopper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Harden was a flopper too.
But nobody's worse than him in the league.
Than Brunson?
Oh yeah, he's the worst. He's
Gosh,
worse
I don't
than
know,
SGA.
man.
Oh,
He's worse than Bron?
No.
Stop.
Yes,
he is.
Yeah.
Is he?
Oh, see, if you guys watched any Knicks
Harden was a
know.
flopper last night and has been known
forever.
Forever.
But these new guys have taken the baton and they're like elite. Brunson and SGA are just criminals on the basketball court the way they steal foul calls.
Well, it's funny because I feel like it is a craft. It is an art form, and then it can go to the point where
dark arts.
Yeah, where it becomes very obvious that you're doing it, and somehow or another the official doesn't pick up on it. The NBA wants to police it. They've tried to come up with different ways to do that. Hasn't necessarily been a success for them. But anyway, whatever works is basically how it goes these days. If you're Victor Wembanyama, you can take 4.5 steps. It's not that big of a deal. But still, great theater last night more than anything else.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I got to say about the Knicks is that, Cleveland is built for speed now because their last two series gone 7. So you got one, but just know it's going to be a long haul to win this one.
Okay, but what happens now? You know what it is like to play in another man's stadium with that crowd around it. What is it like? And football doesn't play out a series like basketball does, but to go into Madison Square Garden and have that large of a lead and have that opportunity to take control or at least steal a game early and then have it just ripped away from you the way it was.
Yeah, I've been in those situations where we've been in the lead the fourth quarter and had the team get up against the ropes and then found a way to lose the game because the crowd is deafening. You're getting insulted. You're called everything.
Right.
From the crowd. And then when you got the lead, you capture the lead going into the fourth quarter and you lose it. And then it's nothing worse than that because you feel that you got the momentum, especially going down into the fourth quarter. And then when you lose the fourth quarter the way Cleveland lost it, it's got to be gut-wrenching.
I'll tell you what, the thing that really surprised me the most is James Harden. He's how old is he, JJ? 38?
Oh, he's up there. He ain't the same.
I don't know if he's that old.
Yeah, but he ain't the same dude.
He's not the same dude, but he can still score, man.
Yeah, he goes up and
He
down.
can still score.
He
Yeah.
can't get to the rim anymore.
Yeah,
No,
he goes
he
up and
can't.
down. Yeah.
He's 36.
Yeah.
36.
But he's been around forever. His legs are probably 40 years old. But he doesn't have.
He looks like he's
Back
50.
in the day, he did draw fouls. That was his thing. But he'd either hit a three, a step back three, or he'd take it to the lane and get fouled. He doesn't have that burst to get to the lane anymore.
Yeah.
They used to have the metrics where they would show how many dribbles he had and how long he would possess the basketball
With the
in a
Rockets,
game.
yeah.
It was just
He
nuts.
still,
Yeah,
does, he still doesn't defend.
yeah.
He
No,
doesn't.
not-
Never.
He did his
Never
best
has.
last night, though. I mean, he was giving effort on the defensive end,
What?
which is rare, but he's
Well,
just
I
not
didn't-
good.
So the guy who's being second guessed or questioned more than anybody else is Donovan Mitchell, who had a bunch of points, and then it looked like he just came up limp. And I was in and out of this basketball game. I didn't watch the entire thing, and especially when I saw what Cleveland was doing in the third period, I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be a wrap. Anyway, I came back right at the right time, and so there was eight and a half minutes of the fourth whenever I clicked back over, and I'm just looking around like, well, there's 45. I go up and down the floor. Well, there's 45. And he was doing nothing. And we all saw an 18-1 run was incredible, with Brunson being the biggest part of that. And then Anunoby and Bridges and all the other guys were able to pitch in here and there. Like, Donovan Mitchell's the dude for Cleveland. It ain't Harden. And that's
Of course it's not.
Yeah.
Of
And
course
so
not.
that was the dude that they were expecting to keep it going.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting just to see he could still shoot. Where does he
Harden
Look-
had more turnovers than field goals last night.
Did he?
Yeah, it was not. Yeah,
He wasn't good.
and
Where would you put him? Where would you put him Hall of Fame wise?
He's in. He's a lock.
He really?
Oh my God!
yeah,
Yes.
for the time that
He's won MVPs.
Yeah.
He's was scoring champ for years and years and years.
And it's
he's one of the best scorers of all time.
it's a Hall of Fame beard. Period.
That
That's it.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
well,
he won one MVP, right?
yeah. He
One,
climbs.
maybe two.
Yeah,
but
he
definitely
climbs
one.
into that beard every single day. It is
No
just
champs.
Unreal.
No, he's never even been to a. He went
Yeah.
with OKC
Yeah,
young
remember when
early
they had-
in his career.
It was KD, him, and George, and they had all three
no, it
of
was
them.
Westbrook.
And I believe they won the first game.
It was Westbrook, KD.
So you
that
guys
what it
all
was?
say lock. You guys all say
It was
lock.
not
Not
George.
even question.
Was not George.
It was yeah. So you're saying
Huh.
it was Westbrook? Yeah.
Interesting.
So
All right.
Westbrook, KD, and him.
They were real young back then.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got killed in that
Yeah.
final.
So they get the Heat, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
okay,
first
yeah.
Heat one.
The first
I
Heat.
think they won the first one, had a big lead, maybe in the second, and then just boom,
They
got
don't win
swept.
at all after that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just got swept right out of it. But still a great piece of theater last night, that's for sure. And you got Patrick Ewing courtside and all that. So anyway,
the crowd was fantastic.
yeah.
I can't wait to see Wemby, hopefully, at MSG in the finals.
Mhm.
Like that is exactly the environment we need.
Yeah, and look, we're in and out. I'm in and out, admittedly, with the NBA. I watch a fair amount, but not like you're saying,
Mhm.
Leon. If you just
Yeah.
logged your first two whole games, that's what most people do. They come in when the postseason starts for the association, especially when you get to conference finals.
Well, here's on the flip side. You would ask me, when you're the opposing team and you're going to someone's house
Mhm.
and don't win, but if you're the home team and you're getting slaughtered for like the first couple of quarters, and then you make that comeback in the fourth quarter, you feed off the crowd's energy. It's nothing better than that. Absolutely.
And that feels like a win and a half in a lot of ways. And then you take all that energy into the next game. You have the opportunity with that to basically control home court advantage if you go up 2-0, because it would feel like a lot of momentum shifted. It was already in the Knicks.
Yeah.
It was
Speaking of
already
Wemby,
in the Knicks on the Knicks side.
yeah. Speaking of Wemby, I think Shaq is affectionately giving him a name, Tim Robinson. Tim Duncan.
So he's combining them.
Combining the two.
Interesting.
I saw that.
That's pretty good. I
That's
like
pretty
that.
good, Shaq.
All right, so we'll talk a little bit about that today as we go along. College football is on the brain because of all the chatter that has been coming out. We talked about it yesterday with the Big Ten meetings going on. Tony Petitti, the Big Ten commissioner, and we've all basically known for a while what they want, and it's basically like last night. I don't know if anybody got a triple-double. Let's make this the 10-10 take in an instant, if you don't mind.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Serviced by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes. Oil changes in 15 minutes or less. Guaranteed.
So we will do the 10-10 take with basketball and college football wrapped together, okay? a triple-double is impressive, right? That's what we're used to seeing in either college basketball, probably a little more rare there, but the NBA, you certainly know what a triple-double is. Well, the college football playoff basically is operating with their own triple-double, okay? They had a 4-team playoff, and they said, you know what, let's triple that bad boy, and let's make it a 12-team playoff, and then let's take that 12 and let's double it, and let's make it a 24-team. So the college football world has created their own triple-double, and it's just nothing but BS. And so now Tony Petitti and the Big Ten, as we have said all along, they want 24 teams for all the obvious reasons. More coaches get to keep their jobs longer when they say, hey, we were playoff bound, we were a playoff team, all that type of stuff. But it is still a hot mess. And so now we're in a little bit of a stalemate with the triple-double in college football, where they may have to back up and take that doubling up of the 12-team playoff field and get back to that. Just get back to the dirty dozen.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen? I believe it's going to happen.
I mean, you've got the Big Ten right now doubling down, obviously. You got the Big Ten coming out and saying that if this system were, the 24 team were in place back to the original start of the playoff in 2014, that 80 teams would have played in the playoff.
Yeah. So
I find that hard to believe.
I know, because Brett McMurphy put it out and on X, and I laughed as soon as I saw it. I'm like, wait a minute.
I might have to do a little research.
Okay, so let's just do the math a little bit when we come back. But it does crack you up a little bit. And this is also on the heels of others inside the Big Ten that have said, hey, SEC, you want to take your ball and go home? Let's see how fun that would be later when you got to schedule.
That was Jamie Pollard, the Iowa State AD, whose program is not only in debt. I mean, they're in the Big 12, and they're one of the lesser of the Power Fours.
They've lopped off sports already because of the financial constraints.
He made no sense both times, because he said, see how your 20 teams deal with that. And, well, first off, there's 34. And if the SEC and the Big Ten were to go it alone, it wouldn't be 34. It'd be about probably 40 or 42, because they take about 6 people with them. And then, even without that, even if it was just their 34, they would survive and just be wildly successful. They just play each other.
Yeah, 16 and 18 teams. You'd figure out a way to.
Yes, and then all the other teams that Pollard says, see how it works, not playing swimming. What did he say? Swimming, baseball, and soccer.
He just named the other.
I mean,
sports.
Is he kidding? Seriously.
They as athletics directors have to protect all the athletics, because that's what they're in charge of. But it doesn't make any sense when you use that as your argument.
He makes no sense. He makes no sense, because they'll be able to do it easily. The SEC can do it themselves easily.
Right.
Easily.
Schedule inside
the conference.
Yeah, because football feeds the family, right?
Yes.
It's the revenue.
Yeah,
producer.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just don't want, listen, playing for a championship or being in the playoffs should be sacred land. All right? Everybody should be able to live within that residency. That's just my take of it.
24.
Keep it at 12. Keep it at 12.
24.
No, I want 20.
All right, so I'll give you guys at least some financial numbers that are out there. There's one guy on X that's put out a number for Clemson and the financial situation they find themselves in. However accurate, I don't know, but at least it's being brought up. And there's some financial seriousness going on in the college athletics world, maybe not in the college football world.
Yeah. Listen, keep the playoffs boardwalk. 24 Baltic Avenue. Everybody get Baltic Avenue, all right?
Anybody can take Baltic.
Anybody get Baltic Avenue. Keep it on Broadway.
Cost you like $16 to get Baltic Avenue. All right, so we will keep it rolling. Golf Club of Southampton, Wednesday. They've got so many cool things, and you can easily go to the Facebook page for Southampton. You can see all the stuff that's going on right now, and we're talking massive renovation with all the greens complexes. They're working on the tee boxes, bunkering, all kinds of stuff, so you can check it out. But they still have Thursday night trivia. They still have the clubhouse open. They still have the practice range open with membership opportunities that you can check out as well, and be ready for that renovation when it is complete in October. Make sure you check out golfsouthampton.com or log on to their Facebook page. Let's get into some of that chatter around the 24-team model and take it back to 2014 coming up.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. Wonder what Rick Ballou would be doing if he wasn't on 1010XL?
I like sports. I could do something in sports. You know, like the general manager of a baseball team.
Rick Ballou.
Well, it doesn't even have to be the general manager. Maybe I could be like an announcer, like a color man.
Evenings on 1010XL.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion Law.
Calling all poker players. It's tournament time at Best Bet, and the action is hot. Kick off the month with a single-day stack $30,000 guarantee at Best Bet St. Augustine on May 3rd. Then take your chance at Orange Park with the $400 $40,000 guarantee Greater Orange Park Open on May 9th. Wrap it all up on Memorial Day weekend in Jacksonville with a $400 no-limit hold'em with 6 flights and $200,000 guarantee. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Memorial Day, friends, family, great food. It's what we look forward to all year. But when your septic system decides it wants to be part of the conversation, yeah, nobody wants that. Getting a pump out now is a smart move before things get, let's just say, uncomfortable. Duck Rooter, Northeast Florida's only master septic contractor. They've seen it all, and they get it right the first time. Right now, get $50 off septic tank pumping. Keep the memories, not the mess. When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
We went to probably 4 or 5 jewelry stores.
Jacksonville's Mitch Fandel went to the town center looking for an engagement ring, but found the big box corporate jewelry experience wasn't for him.
Nobody was really helping us. One of the stores, some people walked in behind us and they were offered beer and champagne, and I'm wearing shorts and a cutoff, so I don't really look the part. So I was like, well, I guess we'll go somewhere else. I don't know if they think we can afford to shop here or what.
So he went across and discovered locally owned Beards Diamonds.
When I walked in, everybody just said, hey, welcome in. Welcome to Beards.
Mitch loved the service and attention he got at Beards and ended up with a bigger, better quality diamond.
It was about twice the size of what I thought I could afford, and it was also about twice the size of what my wife thought she wanted.
Today, Mitch tells all his friends, shop local, shop Beards.
You're going to get the best deal on the best diamond.
Unbeatable value, unmatched selection, uncompromising personal service.
Anybody that I know, I want them to shop at Beards.
Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center.
Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building. So now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Maybe you have concerns about putting your home on the market and getting it sold. Well, let me alleviate those for you. There's a real quick solution. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold or they will buy it. Call 414-6200. or go to chadandsandy.com. You'll find out for yourself. Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home or mine. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Anthony and Mary in Palmco said, we needed to sell our home to move closer to family, but low cash offers weren't cutting it. Since we'd only bought a year earlier, options felt limited, but not for Chad and Sandy. Call Chad and Sandy today, or log on to chadandsandy.com.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. XL Primetime Wednesday, teed up by the Golf Club of Southampton, home of the Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament.
19 minutes after the noon hour, cranking along a beautiful Wednesday. And head on out to the Golf Club of Southampton. I may pop out there just to see what the reno is looking like.
Why not?
They're moving
go to the
earth.
range, hit a couple bags of balls, go to the range. Yeah,
they're moving earth. And they got the big John Deere equipment out there, and the McCurk golf construction folks just moving stuff around. They're making it happen, which I love. All right, so speaking of moving earth with big equipment, that is what the Big Ten is trying to do to our college football play. Like sometimes you can create something that doesn't look like it belongs in a certain area. Like you can, I don't know, put a beach in the desert and it just doesn't look right. Well, that's the 24 team thing that they're talking about. And now they're trying to revise history. Right. Saying, just kind of set the table.
So there's a way to unravel this whole thing, okay?
Yeah.
So it has to begin with when this 24 team idea first began. It began with the Big Ten saying, oh, the Big Ten and the SEC will get 4 or 5 automatic bids, right?
Yeah.
If you go to 16, start at 16 actually.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 automatic bids, everybody else gets the rest, right? Then they say, all right, well, we'll go to 24. Now, to get everybody on their side, everybody was against the Big Ten as recently as January. To get everyone on their side, they said, all right, we'll do all at-large teams. Now, what people don't understand is the Big Ten's trying to pull a fast one again.
Really?
Like they did with the alliance with the ACC and the Pac-12 that eventually cost the Pac-12 its life.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's coming back as that conference now is just disgusting.
It's Big Ten West.
It's not. It's the Mountain West Light is what it is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So
who's even in it?
All the states: Boise State, Fresno State, Utah State.
Yeah.
They're all in it.
Yeah, I'm just calling.
By the way, Northern Illinois.
I'm calling the Pac-12. They poached the Big Ten West. That's all I'm calling. I'm not even paying attention to that Mountain West business.
So what happened there? They all went to the alliance because Texas and Oklahoma went to the SEC. They didn't want SEC taking over college football. So Kevin Warren convinced these guys with this quote-unquote alliance. Meanwhile, the entire time he's going behind their back to get USC. He wanted Notre Dame. Notre Dame said no. So he went UCLA and USC, the 2 biggest television properties in the Pac-12. All right, so he got them, stabbed them in the back, killed them. That was the death blow. And now here we are again. Again, they're doing it again. They're having another alliance because they're worried about the SEC, and they want their 24, and they keep saying, oh, it'll be all at large. Here's the whole thing. This is still a committee vote. So you can say in the past that if you'd have run these 24 teams back to 2014, when the first playoff arrived, and there would be 80 different teams playing in the playoff, that's fine.
Yeah.
Except when you're now in this moment of 24 teams, all those like Troy and Tulane and all, they're not getting in that 24.
No, sir.
The committee will vote, and there will be, my guess, 7 or 8 Big Ten teams, 8 or 9 SEC teams, and about 5 or 6 left for the rest of them.
Right.
And which is double what the Big Ten initially wanted.
Right. That would be sprinkled. Those last handful you're talking about, the last half, sprinkled among the ACC
and these
the Big 12.
idiots in the other conferences are buying into it.
Yeah. Well, they're feeding them their own poison in a lot of ways, getting them to bite. And I don't know whether that number of 80 different programs would have made the college football playoff over the last, dozen years. Big. It's just good fluff. It's good salesmanship on the Big Ten part, trying to convince people that would have happened.
Yeah, but
it's deception.
What if you're lower tier, what can you do about it? The Big Ten and the SEC run things.
That's true.
Correct.
All right. So they're the teacher and you're the classmates. And as long as they dominate the viewing eyes,
yeah,
they're going to dominate the hearsay.
Well, the other part of it is
or the proposed
hearsay. Yeah, at the very least, the Big 12 and the ACC, if you want to refer to the 4 conferences as Power 4, they are deemed equal in the minds of people on the outside looking in.
But they're not. But they're not.
We know they're not. We know they're not.
Yeah.
And so they would be left to pick up the scraps, but they still have, at the very least, from a voting point of view, still wield about the same amount of power. Now they have to succumb to the power of the Big Ten. Basically, if they're going to say, "Hey, you guys want to be part of this party? You better figure out how to say yes to 24 teams."
Yeah, but they can't do that to the SEC. That's the problem.
Right.
They're only
okay. So when does this all come to an end?
So it's not going to, unless the SEC decides, okay, we're going to go to 24. It's not coming to an end. It'll stay at 12.
Okay, I'm
if
fine.
Yeah, but then next year we have to go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, is it just indefinitely every year we're going to have this fight?
Every year they'll get a deadline, and every year they'll either agree to it or they'll blow right past it.
Let's keep meeting.
Yeah.
More scotch. Order more scotch.
Right, but that's
more lawyers' fees.
But if you want, there's nothing really legal about it. If you want like a 12-team playoff, like you do, right? You like the 12-team playoff.
Well, I want
JJ.
4, but yes.
Right. I would probably rather prefer 4 right now too. Actually, I think Sarkisian's way, his idea, which what he told me, I thought was a great idea. Have your little playoff within your conference. Have 4 teams within your conference playoff to see who gets to the 14 playoff. The overall 14 playoff. Then you play it.
So you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that either because then you're going to have some like
I don't
Big
not
12
like either. That's
team.
the thing.
You're going to have an 8-4 Big 12 team, and then you're only going to have one SEC team. Like
well,
when
if
you
they
could
wanted to have that equality among conferences.
Yeah,
then,
that ain't happening.
Yeah, and it won't. That would not happen. They want
right, but I'm like Leon. I don't not like it.
Yeah.
It's not that I like it. I don't not like it.
Yeah, on the surface, it sounds kind of cool because you now have 4 teams from each conference that have a chance to play for the hardware. But then the other thing that came out of this Big Ten chatter was that and you would know this, Matt, more than most of us, but who is going to pay for all this if they get to 2014?
Yes.
That's the latest point of discussion.
Another point.
And ESPN's like, they're not throwing their hand up in the air going, I want more of that, because they know it's not nearly as valuable when you dilute the field.
Well, they also have $100 million property right now in the SEC championship game. They're not just going to give that away.
I agree.
With the unknown of what you're going to get paid for the first another round of playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. And Andy Staples last week said,
but the Big Ten doesn't have that. The
Yeah.
Big Ten's championship game isn't worth half that.
Right, but it's the second most valuable championship game because the other two are pittance
Right. I
compared
mean,
to that.
the Michigan Ohio State game is worth more than the Big Ten championship.
Yes,
by far.
yes. And so, like I said, I'm asking the question I'm asking the question knowing there's not an answer to it.
Right.
We're not going to get to the end game of this unless we just go back to 12 teams and be done with it.
Yeah, there will be no end game. As long as the SEC says no, we don't want to go to 24, there'll be no end game. It'll stay at 12.
Yeah, well, I think that for me would be an end game. Just shut your pie hole, man. But you just got to 12. You've only had 2 years of it. The first year didn't look nearly as good as you wanted it to. The second year started to take shape.
Plus, here's another thing, too, that I think this kind of the undercard of this whole thing that I think everybody else needs to realize. If the SEC buckles, there's a public perception then that they've really succumbed to the Big Ten, both on the field and off the field.
Oh, yeah, and they're
not going to do that.
They don't like that.
No way.
Not at all. All right, so that's where we are, and we're going to figure out whether or not it can ultimately come down to brighter, smarter heads prevail to where they say, look, for eyeballs to stay on this, for us not to look like a bunch of idiots, we have got to figure out a way to give our fans the best product possible so they stay tuned in.
So let's real quick, okay? The first year where NIL was really ingrained in the sport, 2022.
Yeah.
Let's look at what it would have looked like if it was a 2014 playoff, okay?
Yeah.
So you got your eight first round buys. Georgia, Michigan, TCU, Ohio State, Alabama, Tennessee, Clemson, and Utah. Your first round games would then be Troy at K-State.
No.
Not loving it.
No.
Which again, we see that every year when K-State pays Troy to go to Manhattan to play a game to get their ass beat.
Yeah, in a regular season.
First of all, I don't want to see K-State in my playoffs.
Wait, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better.
We're not even talking about the crappy team.
Hang on, it gets better.
Not CTV. Go ahead.
NC State then.
Oh my.
At USC.
You know who's voting for this? Dave Doran is voting for this.
Yes, Dave Doran loves this.
All the coaches do.
Hang on. Mississippi State at Penn State.
Whoever the next head coach is voting for that in Mississippi
Notre
State.
Dame at Washington, the first decent game.
Decent.
Texas at Florida State. Fun game.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina at Oregon State.
That's DJU.
I'm literally throwing up.
That's puke emoji.
UCLA at Oregon, which happens every year when they're in the Pac-12. And then LSU at Tulane.
Oh,
it's ridiculous.
Man, that's an in-state rivalry.
But again,
border war between Baton Rouge and New Orleans.
Here's the best part about this is this was the final poll that would have set up a 2014 playoff, the final CFP poll.
Jesus.
But you're not.
They'll change.
They're not going to put Troy and NC State and Mississippi State in that poll.
Tulane.
In Tulane, it's not going to happen.
No.
You're going to get a 4-loss.
Yes.
Insert Big Ten /
4-loss
SEC.
Illinois or 4-loss Kentucky, whatever. They'll be in the poll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What station is going to take them? I mean,
Tubi.
CW.
Yeah.
Tubi.
And that's what'll happen. That's why.
That's the thing is that's the big question the SEC has is you're not going to get the money that you think you're going to get for these first round games, which means we're not giving up our championship game, which is worth $100 million for
a
the
true
unknown.
TV game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as soon as television chimes in and says, well, who's going to pay for all this to air? You guys think we're going to come running to you with more cash? Because we're going to sublet this game, this so-called playoff game, and
which
we're
they've
going to try
already
and
done.
Which ESPN's already done. They've already done it twice.
Yeah, they've done it twice. Yeah, they did it with TBS.
So that's another that's another little tentacle of this thing.
Yeah.
Fox wants in. Okay. Fox, the first time this thing was bid upon, the first 12-team playoff, they weren't serious. They made. I had an AD, a power conference AD, tell me they made an unserious bid. Okay, now they see what the Big Ten is. Now they see this Big Ten surge. Now they want in.
Yeah, of course.
And they've told the Big
They've
Ten,
been televising
and
those
they told the
games.
Big Ten, we want in.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're trying to get some of these games
right,
now.
but they still won't.
Because think
want-
about it. Think about this.
Yeah.
When the Big Ten ends, their coverage of college football dies.
Mm-hmm.
Fox, you mean?
Yes, Fox.
Yeah. But as an example, Fox is not going to bid to pluck playoff games from ESPN if it's Troy, Kansas State. They ain't going to do that.
Well,
so it's going to have to be
if ESPN owns the game, they're going to get what they get.
right, if it's a better product. And you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why it was so funny that TNT, the games they ended up getting were like SMU versus Penn State and another one that was really bad.
Right, right. So I mean, another thing is,
which is just the luck of the draw. You know,
Yes.
they don't get to pick which games they.
And they're definitely not going to
here's
get in
another
front of
little
ESPN.
another little
No.
tentacle.
Yeah.
Apparently, and I've read this on multiple like sports business sites. Apparently, Fox is having problems with the NFL right now, and there could be a problem with them, like when the NFL renegotiates.
Mm-hmm.
Fox may get left out. So if you're Fox and you got all this uncertainty right now,
Right.
you're glomming on to the one thing that you know is working right now, right?
Sure. But
Which is
whatever
college football.
Yeah, whatever problem you have with the NFL, you better figure it out because
Quickly, yes.
that's 4 times,
Sprightly.
if not 4 times, if not 6 times as many eyeballs
Yes.
on every
Yes.
ball game you broadcast. All right, the Scotch is a write-off at least, says one of our nooners, and I agree with that. As far as
Yes,
them constantly
the meetings.
meeting,
The
trying to figure
write-off.
out.
You don't even know what a write-off is, do you?
It makes sense to me, though. Let's write that bad boy off. It is XL Primetime. And speaking of write-offs and getting rich, it's a weird Wednesday. We go from I was wrong Wednesday to a weird Wednesday. I'm going to ask you guys for the weirdest, maybe / dumbest get-rich-quick schemes you've ever like involved yourself in. I got to give you this what this dude did, and he thought it was going to work, I guess, somehow, some way. But we will tell you what it is coming up on XL Primetime, a golf club of Southampton Wednesday.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios, brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
The weather is heating up, and it's time to drop a line in the water. Gear up today at Green Acres Sporting Goods, Jacksonville's fishing headquarters. From Shimano and Penn Reels to Zoom baits and much more for saltwater and freshwater fishing. They've got everything you need to land the big one. And when your gear needs work, trust their expert rod and reel repair to keep you casting like new. Stop by Green Acres today or shop online at greenacresporting.com.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
After attending a Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinic by Southeast orthopedic specialist, my son's hip and shoulder issues were diagnosed quickly, and he's back playing. As a busy family, we really appreciate their prompt attention.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The 2026 schedule is here, and Jaguars football is officially back at the bench. With limited capacity this season, it's more important than ever to show up loud and create the ultimate home field advantage. From our biggest rivalries to can't-miss matchups, this is a season you won't want to miss. Single game tickets are on sale, and now's the time to lock in your seats for the games that matter most. Inventory is limited, and tickets are expected to go fast. Visit jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
Alert! Alert! Termite swarms are active right now in Jacksonville, and once they get inside, damage can happen fast. Termites don't knock, they silently attack the structure of your home, leaving behind costly repairs and long-term headaches. Protect what you've worked hard for with the proven protection homeowners trust. Terminix Safe, with advanced termite treatment and prevention solutions. Visit Terminix.com and schedule your free termite inspection today.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top-quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Visit online at capcoglass.com.
Yo, what's happening, folks? It's your main man, E to the T here. And are you craving scratch-made food, ice-cold 29-degree beer, and every game on wall-to-wall TVs? Head over to Twin Peaks, your ultimate sports lodge.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World,
simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
12:37, it is XL Primetime, hanging out. Beautiful Wednesday. Big Surse, Matty Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Joe C, JJ LaSelva, we are cranking. I ran into a big Gator fan earlier today. In fact, he had a Gator tattoo on his arm. And he had like a gun show that for a 64-year-old cat kind of rivaled Big Surse. Now, it wasn't as big as Big. Okay, but he was my Blossman gas delivery guy, Arlie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and Arlie comes rolling up, and he said, man, I listen to y'all all the time. I keep it on 1010 all day long.
That's what's up.
And so I saw that tattoo, and I said, I might need to put that Gator against Big Surse's Jag.
Hey, listen, just let me know. I'll get back in the I get back to the curls if I need to. I got to win that one.
He looked pretty good, that's for sure. But shout out to all the drivers that are out there, because Arlie was bringing propane, and there are plenty of others that are delivering all sorts of great stuff across the entire First Coast. So shout out to all those drivers that are out there getting the job done. That's for sure. All right, I start out by telling you the story. It's on X. Most things on X or social media are more not true than true. I think, would we all agree on that? Yeah. More not true than true. But I want to put it out there, and then maybe you guys can give us a little bit on a Weird Wednesday, the weirdest get-rich-quick scheme that you either fell for or might have fallen for. Like you came close, but then you were smart enough to not do it. Get-rich-quick scheme. So here's the post on X. A Memphis man has been arrested after allegedly scratching off every single scratch-off ticket at a convenience store while working the register. Okay, so he was employed because apparently his retirement strategy was not going well. So again, fake report, but I'm just reading it. According to police, 32-year-old, I love this name, Lemon Jello Washington, decided the Tennessee Lottery was basically a giant reimbursement program. So witnesses say he spent the entire overnight shift scratching tickets like a raccoon with a Red Bull and a quarter. So he scratched all the tickets off, used the ultimate winning tickets, pocketed the profit, and then became Memphis royalty, walked out the door with all that cash. Well, obviously this is not a true story, but at the same time, he might have saved a bunch of people from buying bad lottery tickets if it were true. You ever think about that? How many lottery tickets do not yield a single cent?
Yeah, especially scratch off, bro.
Yes.
I mean, at least if you play the number, you can play some numbers and you might get lucky. But scratch off, you might as well just hand over your money.
So we need to know, get-rich-quick schemes. If you fallen for any of them, if you said finally at the last minute you were smart enough to figure out it wasn't real, 641-1010, hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. And I do agree, numbers over scratch-off more than anything else. And those definitely can, like I get up in the middle of the night and I try and predict what time it is when I'm going to the bathroom. And sometimes I'll play those as lotto numbers.
No.
Yeah. Just to kind of like.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'm just looking for a lucky streak.
I'm just gonna say this right now, okay?
Yeah.
You might have a problem.
No. It's just fun. It's entertaining. As a matter of fact, JJ has a bet from his buddy that
my brother-in-law.
It was the brother-in-law. It was a simple Lincoln investment. That's all it was.
So Sunday on a $5 bet. By the way, it was his birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Wade.
Yes.
He tried to lie to us in the group chat and say he's 32, but I know better. Happy 37th birthday, my friend. So this is the bet. 3 guys to hit home runs. Bryce Harper, Gunnar Henderson, Austin Riley. That hell of a bet because he's terrible.
Yeah.
$5 won him $1,275.
Unbelievable.
On the Hard Rock bet, of course.
Yes. I love that. That's a nice little Lincoln low
pre-birthday
investment. Yeah. Pre-birthday present, but just low investment, great return. You never know. That's a good one. But the odds were pretty good. What was the total?
I'm not sure, but
you figure. If
I'm not going to do the math, but yeah.
$1,200.
$1,200 off a $5 bet. Here it is. It's plus 21163.
Yeah. Okay. So
plus 200 plus.
Yeah, that's pretty
crazy.
Good. Yeah, I love it. All right, get rich quick schemes. Can you think of anything that you might have been like a long time ago? My dad was convinced that they were mining for gold down in South America somewhere, and him and his buddy went to a big deal at the Coliseum, and they wrote checks for $1,000 each. And they would get correspondence, like, I don't know, monthly, every 90 days, that these people were getting close to finding the gold, but they needed more money. And they fell for it once. I don't think they fell for it again after that. They're like, oh, we got suckered. Anything you can think of?
I got a get rich late scheme that kind of bit me in the rear.
Yeah.
It was a software company. Not the right one, by the way.
Right.
Not the
Microsoft.
Not the right one. That I was told that you make this investment in this company. It was a procurement system software. And they said, Leon, by the time you leave the league, you'll be super rich. So I made the investment and didn't pan out. 10 years later, company failed. And do you want to know how much I spent?
Yeah.
I was $500,000.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, I know you're cringing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. So sit on that for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that does hurt. That hurts, man.
Yeah, I know.
So if you guys have...
Bro, $500,000?
$500,000, yeah.
And I know there are people out there that have been
just my luck.
Gut punch right there, man.
Just my luck. Why couldn't it have been Microsoft or something
exactly.
like that?
If you'd hitched your wagon to a Paul Allen or something like that, you'd have been in much better
Absolutely.
shape. A Bill Gates, that would have worked out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or back then, if you'd have hitched your wagon to Alphabet, which I guess wasn't even Alphabet right back then, was it? It was just Google.
I think it was always.
Was it always
I'm
Alphabet?
not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Listen, I could have hitched my wagon to any search engine to be a lot better.
Or Apple.
Yeah,
My dad bought Apple stock like in the early 2000s, bro. He's still living off that, man.
Nice. Your dad should have called me.
Yeah, it just sucks because there have been some people that have got. That's for sure. And it's an unbelievable, tough lesson, and one that you will never forget and relive in your mind over and over a bunch. Like, how did I fall?
If it's too good to be true, it ain't true.
It is. Yeah, exactly. It is simple as that. All right, 641-1010. You can jump in on the text line if you had any of those get-rich-quick schemes. A little weird Wednesday topic for you. And maybe you were the guy working the convenience store and did all those scratch-off tickets. Let us know if you were Limoncello.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Tensions build.
3rd and 12. Let's go.
Plot thickens.
We got to get off the field.
Crowds roar. Tune in and let the show begin. Your home for live play-by-play is 1010XL.
An accident with a big truck can change everything in a matter of seconds. Medical bills start piling up, you're missing work, and the trucking company's lawyers, they get to work immediately. That's why you need a law firm that moves just as fast. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we fight for truck accident victims, digging into the details and holding negligent drivers and their trucking companies accountable. We don't get paid unless you do. Big trucks have big lawyers. You need a stronger fighter. Campione Law. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Hicken here. Experience crystal clear vision with the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Eye Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet Betchkel, MD, Jacksonville's leader in advanced eye care. From routine eye exams to specialized vision care, their experienced team dedicated to improving and preserving your vision. The same care you've come to trust, now with a new name. To schedule your appointment today, call the Eye Associates, formerly Bowden Eye Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098.
Repairing or replacing your roof is a pretty big investment. So when that time comes, you can trust my parents at Endless Summer Roofing. Visit endlesssummerroofing.com for a free quote. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out of pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. Big Chief Tire makes getting new tires easier than ever with the Big Chief credit card. There's no annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, even $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything at Big Chief Tire. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and let Big Chief help you get back on the road with confidence.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Here's a health and wellness tip from orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Every joint in the body was designed for movement. Inactivity can cause stiffness, weakness, weight gain, and decrease in overall balance. So you should strive for at least 30 minutes a day of exercises that promote flexibility like yoga, strengthening with weights, and cardiovascular fitness like walking, swimming, or biking. The more you move, the better you will feel, and your overall health will benefit. Let's get healthy, Jacks. Go Jags.
Stay healthy with orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Southwest Greens is the OG of artificial turf in North Florida. Stop mowing and start chipping or putting or just relaxing with a beautiful backyard. Maintenance free. Log on to southwestgreensofjacksonville.com to see what they can do to your backyard.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
So, JJ, one of our dudes did say on the text line, didn't have quite as much luck as your brother-in-law had. He said he had Austin Dillon, top 3 NASCAR over the weekend, finished 4th by 0.1 of a second.
Oh, my God.
And lost 600 bones. That
NASCAR. You're gambling on NASCAR?
You better believe it.
I love that.
Yeah, those are good.
That's hardcore, man.
It's fun. It's fun, especially like way back when. Okay, and I don't want to give up too much, but you would call, I don't know, a certain number, and the guy would answer the phone, and he'd.
I love how he says, "I don't know, a certain number."
A certain number.
Like you don't know what number to call.
But the one cool thing he would say is when he answered the phone, he'd go, "You got him." And so that means obviously you're talking to the right guy.
Yeah.
And he would give you a set of 6 numbers for NASCAR. And you either chose to go with those 6 or you took the field. And it wasn't a bad way
I
to
like
play
that.
because there were 2 or 3 that were pretty obvious that you
Number
would,
3.
Yeah, exactly. The number 3 car was going to be in most
6.
of those. And then sometimes you would go against the pack of 6 and just take the field. And so it was always a fun little little small wager that you would put on it. And it keeps your eye on the track. And especially with fuel change and all that stuff late in a race, all that kind of stuff. Two tanks of Unical gasoline, and then boom, they're off. And if there's 30-some laps left,
is there still Unical gasoline?
I don't know what it is, but it might be.
Sunoco.
Maybe Sunoco
Sunoco,
fuel.
right?
Yeah,
Right, Sunoco fuel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Racing fuel.
Yeah.
Racing fuel.
Oh, you better believe it.
By the way, real quick, we all feel bad about Leon. Leon doesn't have to give any names. He wasn't the only one that fell for that.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It was a lot of
Do we really want to throw people on?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No.
He's not to
A
give
lot of
a
other
line.
prominent athletes that
Yeah.
were involved with that
Oh,
loss.
yeah.
As bad as it hurts to hear you say that,
That
there
were
others.
liquidated.
Now think about it. There have been like Freddie T got hit, Brew got hit.
Yeah, what is it with you guys?
There's a
I
hand.
don't know,
When
man.
someone's coming
Pariahs,
at
bro.
you as
And
an
then-
athlete for an investment,
Right.
just say no.
When someone's giving you millions, just put it in the bank.
Yeah.
Because we always
or
want
with a
more.
professional.
We always want
And-
more.
And just help me out. Some investments paid off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you begin to be a
Right,
believer.
or just do John Wick and dig a hole, buy some gold, put it in concrete, and don't mess with it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but listen, I'm
Bitcoin.
I'm
Bitcoin, right?
I'm recovering from it. all
You
right?
are.
I'm 10
You're
years
smarter
recovered.
now.
I'm 10 years recovering.
Yeah.
all
Yes,
right?
he is. Yes, he is. So here's the other question. Tied to that. This is off the text line from one of our nooners. Whatever happened to Leon's uncle that was looking at some land to buy? Did he hit it big or
Oh
what?
yeah, my
He
Uncle
won the
Richard.
lottery,
My Uncle Richard.
allegedly.
Yeah.
He did buy some land right out in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
But no, my Uncle Richard, I think he bought like 2 or 3 acres.
Okay, so he didn't
listen,
win that big.
Nah, he didn't. See, my aunties,
He's humble.
my aunties were all over him when he won. So we figured he probably won somewhere like maybe 150 grand,
Right.
50, 100 grand, something like that. See, my aunties thought he wasn't won like millions.
Yeah, they said.
And they did research.
Are we talking about the auntie?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
She says,
Oh, yeah.
The
they were
auntie.
your Uncle
They
Richard.
investigated.
They investigated. Trust
Your
me.
Uncle Richard's not telling us something.
Not telling us. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. So yeah, if you have any of those get rich quick schemes, maybe you hit one. But as we've said, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably isn't. But if you got on
This
any of
is
those,
a good one.
yeah, let us know.
All right, this guy, a veteran, the 214, he said when he was deployed in Iraq in 2003, some shady Blackwater contractors came through and told us to get our hands on all the Iraqi dinar, which is their currency, we could to take back to the States because once the oil started pumping, the dinar should be worth a lot. He said, I bought 1 million Iraqi dinars for $100. It's all wallpaper now.
Oh my gosh!
At least it was only $100.
Exactly. That's
hilarious.
As we said, a salute to you for your service. But yeah, if even there you're thinking this can't possibly be true. But if they're drilling the oil, like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this into $100 into 10,000 or whatever you think it might be. Wallpaper now. That's classic. All right, 641-1010. You can keep it coming with some of those. So here's a guy that we need to bring up. If you watched any, I'm thinking I saw it more than anywhere else on College Game Day and ESPN NFL Countdown.
Yep.
And it was The Mentalist. And he would go into the big team meeting rooms. Big Sirs, you can picture the big meeting rooms that you guys would all go in. And The Mentalist would step up to the podium and he would ask a bunch of questions and he'd use his props and so on and so forth. Is he being exposed?
He's been exposed. So we talked about him a couple weeks back. I thought he was a demon. It turns out, actually, the good news is no, he's just a liar.
Yeah.
Which I would much prefer.
I'm a little sketch on this, but all right. Go ahead. Continue.
So you're doubting the doubters.
What do you mean?
I'm a little sketch on it. Go
okay,
ahead.
so this is what happened. He was on Bussin' with the Boys, which is a popular podcast.
Yep.
One of the guys, so his deal is before the show actually goes on air, so before we start watching on Game Day and all these shows where he's doing the trick, there's a pre-interview where he's sitting with the guys. You know, I've seen it with Lamar Jackson too, like all the players. he does like a little pre-interview with them and talks and gets them to like go down a certain route on what they're thinking player-wise. He got one of the guys from Bussin' with the Boys to Google a player in his phone. He had it set up where it's a fake Google screen, okay, that automatically mirrors whatever the guy from the show is Googling back to Oz the Mentalist's phone.
He had the guy's phone set up that way?
Yes.
So how did he get the guy's phone?
I don't know how that works.
See, this is what I'm
Again, part of the magic trick.
But like Joe was saying during the commercial break, there's a whole new way to steal people's identities and stuff now. You don't even have to have their stuff. You could like just be close to their phone and get all the information.
It's scary.
So I can't explain how he does it, but he has a fake Google screen that is on the Bussin' with the Boys guy's phone. So that when he searches, what was the running back's name for the Jets?
Breece Hall.
Breece Hall.
But instead, he accidentally searched Bryce Hall, who, ironically, and this is how he got caught, he's also an NFL player, a much low-level NFL player who's like a Bucs cornerback or something. So the guy, not realizing that he just misspelled Breece, was doing his whole bit, and it's like, oh, yeah, you picked Bryce Hall. And the guys, he plays for the Bucs or whatever. And the guys from Bussin' with the Boys are looking at him like, who the hell is Bryce Hall? No, I picked Breece Hall. And so it became like a whole thing. And so now there's this Australian guy, this genius, who has done all the research on him and exposed exactly what it was.
Yeah. And he calls him Oz.
Yeah.
Not Oz.
Oz. That's hilarious.
But I just had this
basically Oz, he uses a fake Google and all this, technology.
He uses a program, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
To
steal what other guys are looking at.
So he doesn't. I used to think A, he's a demon, or B, he's using like body language or something, but it was too crazy for just body language. So now we know.
Yeah.
He's just looking at what somebody's Googling, man.
But this is what it is. He has a pre-show meeting with these
That's
people.
what I just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but how many times have we seen him like walk into like a college team meeting room and just like pluck out guys? And tell them
they
stuff?
do.
It's all done.
He has them write down stuff before. So,
I want you to yell out the first guy that you think of, and he gets him to say that guy. That gets that guy to say that guy.
Yeah, during a pre-interview of sorts, where they give him the answers, and he recalls.
You literally have no idea what you're talking about.
All
Joe.
scripted
No
and
idea.
sculpted.
JJ, he's over here. It's all ball bearings as well. That's all he's doing right
He
now.
recalls them during the show. He writes down on a trick notebook. He uses a fake Google site. He uses a calc history on the iPhone calculator. He's just deck swapping and film editing.
So he's
he
a
uses
fraud, is what you're saying.
Yeah, everything that he possibly can use technology-wise, he's using it to do it to fool us.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a magician. He never claimed that he's reading people's minds, I guess.
Right.
I mean,
I
maybe
like
he
the
did. I
the
don't know.
Mentalist on the ABC or CBS or
Oh,
whatever
the show. During the afternoon.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, dude. Mindless. Let's use our minds and head into the next break.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford, the one they call 1010XL.
This summer, there's no better place to belong than the YMCA. Right now, if you join the Y, we'll waive the joining fee, and your 4th month is free. Start enjoying everything the Y has to offer today. Pools, group fitness, family events, youth programs, and a supportive community that's here for you. At the Y, it's more than a membership. It's a place to connect, grow, and thrive. There's no place like this place. Join the Y at fcymca.org and use code FREEMONTH.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
He's our big hitter.
I'm Jaguars today's middle linebacker, Tom McManus.
He tackles Jags talk from a middle linebacker's point of view. Fridays on 1010XL. Protected by Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference. at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Pickett here. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools has been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Looking for your locally raised beef for your family? Houston's Meat Company proudly carries North Florida cattle raised right here in our community. From fresh ground beef to hand-cut steaks and roasts, every cut is USDA choice or higher. Locally raised from birth to harvest with no added hormones or antibiotics. It's quality you can taste and local sourcing you can feel good about. For more than 50 years, Jacksonville's families have trusted Houston's Meat Company for quality meats at great prices. Houston's Meat Company, Main Street at 295.
Hey, Tony here from Tony D's New York Pizza. No time for lunch? I get it. Walk in, check out our lunch specials, and you're back out in minutes. Fast, hot, fresh, and ready to go. Tony D's New York Pizza. Quick, easy, and always fresh. Bay Meadows and 295.
Hi, Frank Frangie here, inviting you to join my wife and me June 22nd of 2027 as we experience the food, wine, and culture of iconic Italy with Colette. Our journey takes us to historic cities and enchanting medieval towns. We'll enjoy a wonderful 7-night stay in the Montecatini Term A famous resort and spa town nestled in the heart of the rolling hills of Tuscany. Visit the cultural treasures of Florence, Pisa, and lovely Lucca. Along the way, we'll discover the food, wine, and old world charm, and even have a special chef-led cooking class. This and so much more. Colette handles the details, flights, hotels, meals, and the local experiences. Your only job is to have the time of your life. Don't miss joining my wife and me in Italy. Now, to learn more, visit 1010XL.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942.
Come away with me.
That's 1010XL.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942.
I'm local attorney Rick Alexander. In my 30 years practicing law, I've learned you never want to choose money over health. It's always a bad deal. Unfortunately, when someone screws up and you get hurt, that choice is gone. Your only choice is whether you face the future with a lawyer or without one. If you're hurt because somebody screwed up, call me at the practice. The Alexander Law Practice, 904-400-6600 or alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. The Jacksonville Jaguars have finalized their 2026 preseason schedule. The team has announced the Jags will kick off the preseason on the road at New Orleans before returning for a 2-game homestand at Everbank Stadium to host the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Single game tickets for the 2026 season are now available for purchase by visiting jaguars.com/tickets. Right now, 86 degrees at 102, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, we're trying to solve the lemon jello and the mentalist pranks at the same time. There's a lot going on here on XL Primetime, but we're having a good time. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. A bunch jumping in on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can hit it at 641-1010. Any get-rich-quick schemes that you've been duped by, we need to get back to the college football world. There's a projected win total number that's out there for your Jaguars, so we will hit it all as we go along in this 1 o'clock hour. Big Leon, Cersei, Matty Hayes, Josie, and JJ. Thanks to all of y'all for listening wherever you guys are at or you're out and about. You're listening on the app. We appreciate it. That's for sure. So we'll get back to some Jag talk, but we definitely have been talking about what's going on with the Big Ten meetings, with soon to be another indecision in the college football world where they can't finally decide on how they're going to get to 24 teams. We'll keep an eye on it, but it's safe to say we've all kind of like reserved judgment on whether or not they can get to 16 But for the here and now, it looks like they're going to stay as a 12-team playoff, at the very least going into this next season, which give me a break. You just barely got to 12 teams. It just barely started to look like it was working, and now you're trying to figure out how to double it up, which is just nonsense.
Let's get 12 right first, okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
we haven't perfected
We
this
haven't
yet.
perfected 12.
At all.
Because 2 other teams should have been, the Tulanes and the Jane Madisons of the world were not supposed to be in the playoffs. So let's fix 12 before we start adding on.
Right. We're still trying to figure out why, they've made a move now with the whole JMU Tulane kerfuffle. Okay.
Yeah.
They clearly, what happens now with the playoff is they don't see things that could happen, then they happen, then they got to adjust, which is fine. I don't mind that.
But a little more reactionary.
A little more proactive would be nice instead of reactive.
Yeah.
But it's 2 years now. Let's let this thing play out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to go to 16, I'd still say let this thing play out a little bit. Let's go like 2 more years of this, then go to 16.
Oh my gosh!
If you're gonna go, I'm saying.
Listen, as long as Cinderella don't get invited to the ball, all right. That's all I care.
You don't even want.
I don't disagree, and I don't know why. I don't know why they're bending over for them. All you got to do is say you can get to the playoff. You just got to be voted to it.
Right. And at some point, we might be able to get to a point where they create their own group of 5 and have another television product that wouldn't be bad. It really wouldn't be. And we already have. We know
they've been pitched that idea by many TV people.
Yeah.
They don't want it because then once that happens,
then they're out.
They become officially separated from everybody else.
Yeah, that I get. All right, so tell me whether you're buying in on some of this chatter right now that's out there as far as we mentioned Iowa State and the athletics director coming out and saying, hey.
Jamie Pollard.
Yeah, and just kind of complaining about if the SEC wants to break away, good luck with that type of stuff. And then you mentioned the finances that Iowa State is dealing with. There are schools, Iowa State being one of them, that has already lopped off some sports because they're trying to recoup some dollars. Now, I don't know whether this is, again,
those sports will be missed.
Yeah,
I mean, Iowa State women's tennis will be missed.
Look, I love other sports. Okay, I think there's so many kids that have dreams come true. They get to go play. It doesn't mean I'm going to go watch any of it
or anyone.
Yeah, well, a lot them do.
Who? The parents.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Arkansas got rid of its tennis programs. Lopped them off.
Yeah.
And you know what? A big booster said, I'll pay for them.
Yeah.
See, why can't we do that?
And it may end up
they
being
really
that.
care about
but they basically have to threaten extinction before someone's going to step up and do something about it.
But Arkansas said they wanted a $50 million commitment.
Yeah.
Because they figured out it cost $2.5 million a year to run each team. So that's $5 million a year. So then you're giving them a 10-year commitment to having tennis teams.
So, according,
what's the incentive though? What is the donor get back?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He loses all of that. Like
donation?
you lost that money. Yeah.
Maybe his name on the tennis facility. I don't know. But I would think nothing.
There's zero ROI.
Right.
Yeah.
But there also is when you're giving NIL money to these football players. Like, what do you get in return? You get your team to win. That's it.
You're buying. Yeah, you're buying.
It's not an investment. It's
you're
just
buying guys
charity.
to wear a uniform. That's really all you're doing. But at the same time, there's all these other. I think a lot of great stories that come out of other sports. It may not be it isn't nearly as popular as what we care about most.
Well, I mean, the booster has changed because the boosters that used to donate money when I was playing, all they wanted to be able to do was sit at a dinner. We come to your house.
How would you know that?
Huh? I know we had the UN booster
But how would you know
parties.
that?
I'm just telling you that. I'm telling you what the boosters.
What you're saying is the boosters were giving you money.
No, I didn't say they were giving the money. I'm saying they were donating to the football team.
Yeah,
and they get invited. They get invited to the dinners. But now,
Yes.
bro, the boosters are in the coaching room now.
Mm-hmm.
They're team owners.
Yeah, they've taken a step. Yeah. Well,
they're team
I've
owners.
maintained it. They got a seat at the board. That's where they are now, more than anything else. And who knows, all this stuff that comes flying out on X about schools being in financial trouble. This is from a guy putting it out on X. Clemson is in debt to the tune of $1.5 billion. Syracuse is closing or pausing a bunch of programs. UNC Chapel Hill plans to cut spending by over $80 million over 3 years. Duke recently let 600 employees go. I don't know whether
are we supposed to feel sorry for
Is this
these
no three or no
programs?
goes?
I don't even think that's a question
Who
to feel
can't
sorry.
Just budget correctly.
They're just basically saying that all this spending, if it is happening to the level that we're talking about, it can't last. That's what they're saying. And the people on the outside looking in think that the university is just making scores and scores.
So listen to this. I'm going to take this to another level. You ready for this?
All right.
So there's
But do you
people
buy any
out
of that
there.
first? Do you buy any of that?
I don't know. I mean, half truth maybe.
Okay.
I will say this: there are people out there who believe from the recession of 2009, okay, or 2008, 2009, that
Very
people,
familiar with it.
people stopped having kids in that time frame because they were so worried about finances. Okay, and now that level of kids that should have been born have now hit where they should be freshmen in college, and now enrollment's dropping everywhere. That's
or maybe because it's
hang on,
$1 billion to go to school.
that's what I was going to say.
And
you can't get a
that's
job.
what I was going to say.
Yeah,
so
even
so
if you
they
have
say
a degree,
that
it means nothing.
Right. They say that the easy argument is, well, first off, the degrees mean a lot less now.
Yeah.
Okay. And secondly, it costs so much more. So enrollment is dropping. So they're not getting as much money at these universities. And now there's a lot. I mean, there's a real fiscal like chain of events that it's just basically one tail eating the next tail, eating the next tail, eating the next tail.
I feel like everything that you are asking individuals to pay for, there's only so many individuals you can keep asking to pay for it. And especially if you do over time see an erosion of enrollment or an erosion of people who graduate and can't and don't have high paying jobs, they're going to be less inclined to make the donations.
I don't disagree with you, but
we
keep saying this. We've been saying it since 2021 that it's quote unquote unsustainable. And I've been saying this for 4 years. And every year, guess what? It gets bigger. And every year they earn more money. And every year the TV's and every 7 or 10 years, it's 7 for the Big Ten, 10 for the SEC.
Right.
And their current contracts. The TVs and now streaming people will line up and pay them even more. So it is sustainable.
Don't you think the unsustainable part is you're just constantly having to ask, like Joe said, these millionaire guys for money over and over and over every year.
It's been that way all along.
Yeah,
but now the money is so much more than what you used to ask boosters for.
Yes,
I mean, I don't. So much. We're talking about $50 million rosters every year.
I think it'll be 80 or 90 million rosters in 3 years.
And it's like it's easy for Shad Khan to pay a lot of money for his roster because he makes money from the team. These guys are just paying for players. They're not making any money.
Yes. Are you ready for this?
I don't disagree.
To end soon.
And it's now.
Does it?
It's now.
I think it will.
Yeah, you keep saying now it's a threefold deal. They want money donated inside the university. They want money outside the university to pay for the NIL. And guess what? If your basketball team is good, the $25 million payroll that Florida's talking about right now, add that to the equation. So
right,
now
but that's not.
You're at a $65 million tab.
But $20 million of that is private NIL. $5 million is from the TV revenue.
But we're still talking about just as far as the booster.
If that's the real number, by the way.
Yeah, the booster part of this.
Yeah, that's $20 million.
Is that the one guy donated inside the university now has to donate that and outside the university and do the
right, but he's not donating inside anymore. That's the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's
all the presidents and the ADs are having is the donations that used to go inside to the university that the university would deal with. Yeah. Now they're skipping the middleman. They're going right to the player.
And that's
As it should be.
Exactly.
That's why it's not sustainable.
All right. Every year it gets bigger. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys chime in.
It's only been a few years.
Yeah. And
4 is definitely a trend.
Oh, it's a trend. We just have to figure out whether it's going to last. Like the college football playoff with a triple double from 4 to 12 to 24. How many more people are going to be asked? If you had to keep doubling and tripling your booster contributions like that, you're going to run out of people to ask for money.
Yeah.
You would think, yes. Yeah. You would think.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it's getting bigger every year.
Yeah. The ones that are super excited, we made this point the other day, and it's true because of the large alumni base. Josh Pate did a sit down with Kurt Signetti. I want to play one little piece of it. And he said it's not the rabid basketball Hoosiers fans. It's the rabid football Hoosiers fans because they finally got a taste of what it feels like to be part of the party. And they're willing to fork up cash right now.
We are 2 years removed from Ohio State having a $20 million roster and winning the national title. $20 million. And everybody's flipping out.
Yeah.
Now LSU's got a $50 million roster.
And we'll see if it lasts. Well, we need to get the gas prices down, see if that'll
it went up 50 cents in one day yesterday.
I know it did.
What the hell, man?
It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game ready service right to your driveway.
I don't want to offend anybody, but I thought you'd all be a little bit more heroic.
Not heroes, just sports lovers. 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Trust me, I know this. I've been dealing with Nimnick forever, and they really are that good. You know, for 3 generations, Nimnick's been the place customers keep coming back to. Customers like me, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices. It's just the best place to buy cars, and I can promise you that. So who gives you the best experience when you're buying a car? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Jeff Prosser here. When you need new windows or doors, you want high-end quality without the middleman markup, and that's why I'm telling you about Cash Building Material. Same premium materials, same beautiful finishes, but at a price that actually makes sense for your home. No subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. If you want it done right, the first time, get a quote today. Thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
We got a great show for you today.
Denny Thompson stars as the quarterback whisperer.
A big show.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill.
A king-size show.
Revved up by George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here with Coach Delaney from Coyle Fencing. For years, your offenses have been putting up a lot of yards in Pointed Fletcher. I hear Coyle also gains a lot of yards in the fence world.
Yes, Frank. Coyle Fencing has been serving the Jacksonville community and general contractors for 99 years. We fence tens of thousands of commercial and residential yards, all while maintaining an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
99 years?
That's right. Some might call it a dynasty.
To schedule your appointment, visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
This is Hacker, and I'm a firm believer in the power of a floral arrangement delivery from the experts at Kuhn Flowers. It's just like magic. Why not surprise your best friend today? On the phone, in person, or online? Kuhn Flowers does it all.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Have you been thinking about selling your home and you haven't pulled the trigger? Let me tell you about Chad and Sandy and the experts that will help you make that decision. Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building, so now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need to sell now, need to sell fast, need max price. Check, check, check. Chad and Sandy have the science behind it. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jonathan writes from Mount Pleasant. The only thing standing between me and my dream of hitting the road in my RV was selling my Mount Pleasant home. After hearing Chad and Sandy on the radio, I gave them a call. The results were unreal. In just 3 days, I had multiple offers at full asking price. So can you. Call the local experts I trust and recommend. Call Chad and Sandy, 414-6200, or ChadAndSandy.com.
Hey gang, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. It's May, which means the oven is on. It's also National Skin Cancer Awareness Month. Bottom line, take care of your skin. Protect it like your life depends on it because, well, it does. Use the sunscreen, wear the hat, put on the shirt. Keep yourself protected. To ensure your skin is in top-notch shape, you can always rely on my doc, the Beaches Dermatology. Been going to them for years. And my skin thanks me for it. Book your appointment today at beachesdermatology.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Northeast Florida's highest-rated residential home electrical contractor is American Electrical, providing unsurpassed quality in Duval, St. Johns, Clay, and Nassau counties. No matter your electrical problem or project, large or small, American Electrical will get it done at a price that's right. High-quality electrician, that's who they are. Trust a company that's been on the First Coast for decades, proudly serving the community while being a big part of the community. Call American Electrical for all your electric needs at 737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
We did our schedule release video a couple days ago. XL Primetime getting up there in the 1010XL conference room and putting L's and dubs up. And safe to say, as I always say, you're judged on dubs.
You are.
Judged on dubs. We put a bunch of dubs up there. So you can go to any of our social channels and check out XL Primetime's prediction machine for the season.
I was watching CBS, and Pete Prisco had the Jags at 12-5 too.
Oh,
are we all going to be crushed?
No, of course
I hope
not.
not.
Nah,
Look at JJ. He refuses to say anything.
I hope not. Like, as an example.
Giving them high expectations. I know
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Like, as an example, last night, I just tweeted out, agree or disagree, Fox Sports had put up over-under totals, and it was in the neighborhood of projected win totals. I'm going to tell you they were in the camp with Chicago, Cincinnati, Denver, the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Packers, the Patriots, and Houston. What do you think the number was?
Number of what?
Over under number.
Oh,
for
win
wins.
total.
The Jags, 9.5.
Yep.
Mm.
So that's a big pack. And then the group in front of them, a bunch of 10.5ers, Niners, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Lions, Seahawks were above them. And then at the tip top, Baltimore and the Rams at 11.5.
So the Texans were with them at 9.5?
Yeah, at 9.5.
Baltimore is
I would go
way
the
up
under on
there. Me too. After last season.
Yeah.
With a new coaching staff and everything, I'm a little surprised
Still
by
got a
that.
good roster.
I am too.
They do.
Like, what
they
are they thinking Jesse Minter is somehow going to I'm a Harbaugh fan. I like John Harbaugh a lot. And we got to pull the clip where he says they're going to kick the Cowboys' ass. So for Coach Campo on.
Wow, did he say that?
Oh, yeah, he did. At one of those beginning of the OTAs. See if you can find it. We got to play that for Coach Campo on Friday when he visits. But that type of stuff is like Harbaugh was extremely consistent at putting a pretty dang good product on the field more often than not, going from one Super Bowl winning quarterback to another MVP level quarterback, and with different styles, of course. I don't know whether Jesse Minter is going to be able to do that or not. I have no idea. 11.5.
Sometimes you just need to be shaken up a little bit. Maybe the Steelers just need to be shaken up a little bit. Which, by the way, that's very confusing to me. How many more years do you think Mike McCarthy has left as a coach?
Well, he just got hired.
That's what I'm saying. How many more years do you think he's got in?
I don't know, 3 to 5.
Because the Steelers have the history. Their history is
they
guys
keep
go
a guy
forever.
for a while. Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to be on the 15-year run. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
So I have the Harbaugh sound.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is billboard material.
Yeah.
Bulletin board material, excuse me. So I don't know. This is at some cowboy event or excuse me.
Start of OTAs, and
he's sitting down. There's a crowd in front of him. So
I care less about what's happened last year or the year before that or 10 years before. I don't give a crap about any of it. Not one bit. All I care about is tomorrow's practice. Because if tomorrow's practice is the way it's supposed to be, that'll be one more step in the direction of being a good enough football team to kick the Cowboys.
Okay, so he didn't say we're gonna kick the Cowboys.
No, but good enough to.
He said we're gonna go to practice in one day.
One
be
more
good
step
enough.
to being a good enough team.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, it's good though. It get them all fired up, and and we have had this before between especially the NFC East rivals when you go back and forth. Even SOS did it back in the day. This is going to be the game ball when we beat the Cowboys, that type of stuff.
By
But
the way,
anyway,
CD Lamb reposted it and said in all caps, "LOL, that's cute."
yeah, exactly. And so right now, the Giants are trying to find a little steam and a little bravado back in their building, which they've lacked a little bit lately.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
But
the Cowboys were a really good half a team. They couldn't stop anybody.
Well, you can't never underestimate the belief system. All he has to do is get his players to believe that they can. I mean, TC did it with us when it came to the Steelers. I mean, he really did. We knew the Steelers were the big dogs in the division, and TC got us to in a belief system and a mindset to where we were just as good as the Steelers, to the point where we surpassed them. So I don't have a problem with the coach saying
Speak
something
it,
like that.
believe it, receive it.
Absolutely. I don't have any problem with that because everybody on the outside don't got to believe it. Everybody in that team meeting room, they start believing it. Then that's how you win ball games.
Yeah. And there's no question that a John Harbaugh-led team will have a different mindset, psyche, all that type of stuff. And this goes right to what we've been talking about with Liam Cohen and this group here. He has put them in a different mindset. That's the culture that we all talk about. And the culture is when you put in the work and you get the results, then you start saying, I'm going to do whatever that man says. And then it happens in the locker room, which you've told us 1,000 times how important that is.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that that's not just anybody can be a Jaguar. You know, you've got to earn this uniform.
Yeah.
You know, it's too often in the past, free agency, we just bring in this guy, that guy, whatever. They're being very selective in the guys that they bring who they figure are Jaguars. And that's important, in the weight room, in the locker room, on the field. We're going to play Jaguar football. It's been a long time since we've been able to say that. It has an identity now. And Liam Cohen is going to make sure you're going to continue with that identity. And I love that about him.
Yeah, and the energy that you can bring to a football team with success is paramount. If you're banging heads and you're not getting anything out of it, you ain't gonna keep doing it. You're gonna tap out at some point. You're gonna lose belief, interest, whatever it might be. But if you get the results, yeah, you're gonna go to the wall for that guy.
Yeah, that's called culture. Winning is culture.
Yeah,
it is. You win the ball games is culture.
And in that scenario, what happened in year one was just monumental for them moving forward. Yeah. Because you're not like waiting. Okay, we went 7 and 10, and now we're hoping to get to 9 and 8 or 10 and 7. No, you're right there. The bar's already high now. Now you see what you've done. You see what these guys have done.
All right, we've been talking about all kinds of things today. We brought up college football. I feel like the ukulele needs to play, and then we'll work something else into the conversation. This is a little hybrid.
Go!
Oh, the ukulele with a little perfecto from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Oh. With a delicious Mexican lager found in Baja, imported by surfers. For those who live life anchors up, enjoy a delicious Pacifico. I said yesterday.
Now, if Oz the Mentalist was on this show, he would never get one of these wrong.
That's a good
Think
point.
about that.
I would be intimidated, to be honest.
I mean,
Well,
if Joe talked to him,
Joe
talked to him before the show,
right?
yeah,
If he just walked in off the street, then he'd get everything wrong.
Pre-interview.
I'm going to keep my phone away from the Mentalist.
We have a couple texts we will read later about the
We've
Oz.
got one on the Mentalist and one other one that as a matter of fact, I just got to read this one right now before I forget. Keep the ukulele going, please. But we were talking about whether you've been duped by get-rich-quick schemes. It's not exactly that. But this is a sad one, especially for mama. Dude texts in, he goes, brother went to jail. And within 24 hours, fake bonds people called my mom and scammed a couple of $100 out of her. So your one son's in jail, and you're trying to bond him out, and mama gets ripped off. That just ain't right. All right, we got a mentalist.
That's a nice little scam, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you can, you go.
If you have access to who everyone
gets
just been booked, yeah,
who gets booked in. All right, so all-time rushing leaders in SEC football history, single season records for rushing. The top 3 is what I'm looking for in order.
Single season.
Henry.
Single season rushing leaders in order.
No, it's the cat from Ole Miss. Cat from Missouri just broke it. Not Hardy, the guy before him.
I'm gonna say Mark Ingram.
The guy
Top 3 is what I'm looking for.
He's 1.
Single
I think
season.
Trey Mason's 2, and then might be Derrick Henry 3.
All right, I'm immediately give Leon some love because he hit the guy at the top.
D-Train?
Yeah.
Single season?
Yeah.
How much?
2,219 yards.
Wow.
That is doing some work.
What the cat at Mizzou have?
2015. And honestly, I know the guy you're talking about, but he did not have the single season record. And I'm just going off of 1956 to 2025.
The 2025.
Yeah. SEC rushing leaders. All right, so we got Derrick Henry. Now 2 and 3, please.
Trey Mason?
Nope.
Ahmad Hardy, is that who you're talking about?
No, because
before Ahmad Hardy.
And write him down because he just got released from the hospital being shot.
What?
Yeah. So craziness there.
Well, I'm glad he got
Humphrey.
released.
No, those are good. Now, Matt,
It
you
wasn't
mentioned
Cody
somebody.
Schrader. It wasn't Schrader. It was the guy before Schrader.
I'm gonna say Sean Alexander.
No, that's another good one too.
Herschel.
You should have said. There
Herschel
you go.
Walker.
Thank you very much. Now that's number 3. So smack dab in between the Diesel and you Herschel Walker.
Bo. I'm gonna say Bo.
Nope.
I don't know.
By the way, Trey Mason 5th, Bo Jackson 6th.
Okay.
And Herschel is among the top 10 twice.
Oh, McFadden? McFadden?
Nope.
They split carries. Felix Jones.
But that one
McFadden.
year, he went off.
Yeah.
I'll just put it to you this way. This guy had such a bright future. And you thought he was just going to
give him South Carolina.
No, you just thought he was going to be great.
Lattimore? No, wasn't him?
Nope. You just thought this guy was going to be great.
Leonard Fournette?
Yes.
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 Playoff Lenny.
Yep. Lenny had
LSU Lenny.
1,953 yards. And by the way, that was the year they played each other and Derrick Henry passed him. He was the presumptive Heisman Trophy winner going into that game.
Yes.
LSU v. Alabama. And the rest is history. Derrick just took off after that.
I think he had like 13 carries for 20 yards in that game or something.
Yeah, it was just nuts. But
crushed.
Lenny, you're talking about.
Yeah, Lenny.
Yeah, 22-19 for the Diesel in 2015, and Leonard 3.4 net ended up with 1,953 yards. So there you go. All right. We are going to keep it rolling on XL Primetime Golf Club at Southampton Wednesday. Make sure you log on to their Facebook page. You will see all that is going on. Renovations, the greens complexes, the bunkering, tee boxes. It's all underway, but you can still go out, work on your game. You can still go out and enjoy Thursday night trivia. Make sure you check out the Golf Club at Southampton.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. There's a reason play-by-play has been on the radio for more than 100 years.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be. And
Your home for live play-by-play is 1010XL.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet Party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Rick Ballou here with a congratulations for John's Auto. They've been in business in Jacksonville for 40 years. That's right, going all the way back to 1985. Right now, they'd like to thank each and every one of you who's ever gotten their vehicle serviced at John's Auto. So, car, truck, or diesel, all makes, all models, whether it's a routine maintenance or a complete engine overhaul, go to John's Auto on Arlington Road, johnautomotivejacks.com.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Imagine this. You've got the burgers ready in a backyard full of guests. And folks, that's a strong lineup. But a clogged drain on a holiday? That can change everything in a hurry. Before kickoff, make sure your plumbing is ready to go. Call Duck Duck Rooter. They've got experience, honest pricing, and a team you can count on. And right now, get your main sewer line cleaned, plus a camera inspection for just $129. Outside cleanout is required because the only thing you want overflowing this weekend is that cooler. So when you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Hey, Matt Hayes here, and wow, time flies by. Last year feels like 2024. 10 weeks ago feels like yesterday. That's how quick Reclaim by Awaken 180 is and feels. 10 weeks to do what took you 5 years, 10 years to pile up with that weight. 40 pounds gone in 10 weeks? That's what I did. That's what Awaken 180 Reclaim was built for. And I'm telling you, when that kind of weight comes off, life starts feeling different fast. Your clothes fit differently. You move differently. You carry yourself differently. Even walking into a room feels different when you're not thinking about your weight before anything else. That's why Reclaim by Awaken 180 makes so much sense to me. It gives you a simple 10-week plan with a real beginning, a real end, and a real finish line. Not someday. Not I'll figure it out, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 20 weeks from now. It's 10 weeks to finally go after it and achieve the best part, keeping it off with free support for life. I did it. Hacker Amber and Greg did it. Awaken 180 works. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this week and weekend at VyStar Ballpark. Tomorrow is Coors Light Thirsty Thursday. Don't miss a special UF Health Hat giveaway on Friday with a Honey Dripper Sunshade giveaway from Arlington Toyota and VyStar on Saturday and CSX Military Appreciation on Sunday. Get your tickets now at jackshrimp.com. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is I'm not buying all the Oz stuff, by the way. He's still the mentalist for me.
Wait. So that means you're the anti-Oz.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's how you could look at it. You know what's interesting
No,
is
you believe in Oz.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anti.
Oh,
Hey,
I did too many antis.
I think we should all
The
believe in
old
Oz.
double negative.
There's nothing wrong with the Yellow Brick Road, all right? Nothing ever wrong with the Yellow Brick Road. So the thing is our guys on the text line, one of the guys chimed in and says he gives people notepads that apparently are connected to his phone somehow.
Yes. So he will tell you,
I'm not buying it.
Hey, write down what you're thinking so that we have like evidence to show the camera that, you had written it down and you can't change your mind. But the entire time that notepad is sending it back to his phone.
I don't think it's a notepad. You know what I think it is? I bet it's probably the pen.
Maybe.
It probably gives him a pen. The pen, by the movement, the pen shows what he's writing.
Maybe. That makes more sense.
I could buy that.
Yeah.
I could buy that.
If you do, honestly, if you want to order that pen, ConnorStallions.com. Okay?
I
you can
just
go there and you can get it, and that way you can find
We got to
out.
bring down everything in this world. Do we have to bring down Oz too?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oz.
He must go.
Yeah.
It's been exposed.
He's fake.
His golden moment?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My golden moment is that when we're playing for a championship is sacred ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We don't need all these games. We don't need pacifying players to where if you lose 2 and 3 games, it's okay. You can play for a championship. All right.
Well, we lost 2 last year.
I know.
You guys were a 10 seed and you were a 10 seed. You almost won the whole
Well,
thing.
let me add numbers. 4 and 5.
3 and 4.
3 and 4 teams playing for championships, stuff like that. Man. keep the hollow ground sacred and playing for a championship.
I'm with you, man.
I mean, you guys did lose to 2 unranked teams and still got in the playoff. So
we beat Notre Dame.
SMU's a playoff team, bro. Stop.
Yeah, stop it.
Yep. Now Mario.
they weren't.
Well, they were.
And they weren't ranked either, so I don't tell you.
They were ranked.
No, they weren't. When you lost them, they were not ranked.
We could put a piece on it.
Okay,
they were
a
ranked.
bet, lunch bet.
Lunch bet on it.
By the way, round of applause for Matt Hayes, who did pay off his lunch bet. So that part's good. And a guy who just ate a slice of that.
I'm going to save Leon from buying the pizza bun and just show him that they weren't. But anyway,
guy who just ate a slice of that right now.
Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in hot.
Gio!
Well, ranked means that any number is behind it.
They're still arguing about it. I love
They
it.
weren't
There's
ranked,
a
bro.
number.
They weren't ranked.
Gio's like, this
Leon, what number? What ranking were they?
They weren't ranked.
Listen, ranked means there's a number in front of your school. So, I mean, they are ranked.
All right.
Just maybe not top.
The orthopedic surgeon.
Oh, my God. God. Oh my God. Good save.
Good seeing you, Barry. Good seeing you, Doc.
All right. So
good to see you, Doc.
Look at that quick flip, too.
Dr. George Barr.
That was a better segue than yours.
That was, right? Way better.
It's pretty good to see you, Doc. He is scrubbed up in the black scrubs today. And if you got a sports injury question, you can hit the man fellowship train under the renowned Dr. James Andrews, who joins us right now from Barry Orthopedics. Gio.
What do you do for a guy that's bent over backwards trying to pretzel himself into like saying SMU's ranked when they're not?
I was actually very acrobatic of him. I didn't think you could get that positions.
I know USF was ranked when we smacked them.
But
sorry.
All right. The Bulls, which is Gio's alma mater, you will always have the win over Florida.
We're going to get a stadium, too. So
yeah.
Nice one. A nice stadium.
Yeah. Sooner than Miami. Yeah.
That's
we
true.
got an NFL caliber stadium.
Yeah. A mile or 45.
Well, the Miami's always had a stadium.
A mile or 45 away.
Miami's always had a stadium. It was called the Prison.
Way to go, Gio. He's in there.
Bro, you're going to let him get away with that? Seriously.
I love this.
Wow. He's in there with the hits.
Yeah, that was a low
Listen,
load.
South Florida is beneath me. I don't have any conversation.
And that's why they would always refer to it as the yard.
They're not even in South Florida.
Exactly.
He'd always refer to it as the yard. Now I'm getting it.
Yeah, that's it.
They're mid
Makes sense now.
All right. I want to ask you one very important thing, injury-wise, because we got to get serious, because if Pat Mahomes is healthy, sooner than later, it just shows you, it gives you one more example of how this guy is just, he's more than human, okay? He's not just mortal. So, posted a video swinging a golf club at a charity tournament in Las Vegas over the weekend, and he is trying to come back from an injury, Gio. December 14th, he suffers a torn
ACL, right?
Torn ACL and LCL.
Okay.
So think about that. He has been moving around a little bit. Andy Reid didn't 100% confirm he would be out for OTAs, but certainly didn't say no to that. And if you kind of compare that to the Travis Hunter concern, because they're going to hold him out as long as possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, mid-December, ACL and LCL. He's swinging a golf club and he's out running around.
So if you look at the studies for the NFL, the average player comes back at 10 months.
Okay.
That's the average player, which puts him at September-ish. The minimum time that we say you can come back is 9 months, which would be August. There are accelerated timelines, like we've talked about Adrian Peterson, who came back at 6 months. But if you've noticed, we haven't seen many people after that do that, right?
Do you mean come back as in practicing or come back as an actual play?
100% clear.
100%
Okay.
clear to play.
Okay.
There are accelerated timelines that people are doing now, but the studies out for those are showing there's an increased rate of re-tear coming back before 9 months. Adrian Peterson did it. He did great after. But that's, I think, the only person that I know in the NFL that's done that. So for him to come back sooner, there's always a risk when you come back before 9 months. Every study shows that. I think it'd be pertinent to at least wait 9 months. And as I mentioned before, the average is 10 months. Now, him playing golf is very different than him playing football.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Especially, speak on that just for 1 second, especially from an ACL or an LCL point of view.
Well, I mean, in golf, you do have rotation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the ACL, it kind of prevents that rotation, that rotary instability. So I don't know how hard he's golfing, or if he's, putting or chipping or hitting the wedge, or those are very different movements, right, in your knees. And of course, even if you are hitting the long ball and you're twisting, you can, wear a brace and just not twist as much as you normally do and help that knee out. But in football, you have twisting, and then you have explosive action for it with it, and then you have twisting that comes within a split second, right? You plant your leg and just try to shoot the opposite way within a split second because someone is coming after you. So it's very different than golfing is for the knee, although there is some rotary mechanism in golf. But
if you have a decade of playing football already in your rear view, okay, just at the NFL level, if you were his orthopedic surgeon, would you say you might want to just go the full 10 and make sure you're good?
Yeah, I mean that's what we normally tell people is 9 months, right? That's the minimum until you can come back. Now remember, these guys get different therapy than we would get. We get twice a week, right? They get every day, twice a day. So if anyone's going to come back earlier, it's going to be someone like them.
Right.
They can do biodex testing, which is test to check quad strength, and ACL return to play protocols, and they can do all those at 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And if he passes them, then you can argue go play, right? But if I was the doctor and he's like, listen, I want to play. I don't care. I'm going to play at 7 months. I passed the test. I said, look, if you pass the test, technically you can play. You can play if you understand that all the studies show there's a risk, high risk you can tear. Granted, all the objective findings we have done show that you've passed those tests, but there's multiple studies that show there's definitely increased risk. And I would just leave it up to him and the team at that point. As long as he passed the test, I will leave it up to him and the team.
Yeah, you basically washed your hands from it.
I would say, look,
pilot
you've passed the test, so technically, yes, but we all know this what the studies show. So if you want to roll the dice and go for it, do it. And then that's up to you guys.
Yeah, proving again he's not human. All right, the team doctor of the Jacksonville Sharks, where are we at?
We're 5-1.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, rocking and rolling.
You know, you can watch the games, the away games on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
You open Amazon Prime, it's right up there.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, so watch some Sharks football and look for the official team doctor.
I saw a couple of them at the watering hole.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was after. It had to be after a game. I'm pretty sure.
I hope it wasn't before a game.
Yeah.
Before the
No.
That's why we always pick up in the fourth quarter once all of a sudden wears off.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Gio, good stuff. Thank you, my man.
All right, thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate it. Dr. George Bari. Make sure you check out Bari Orthopedics. It could be for anything. When you're coming to him for joint pain, you're going to get some answers.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Bring your home back to life with Zero Res, a fresher clean that you can actually feel. This month, take 25% off all services, hardwood tile, LVP, carpet, air ducts, and more. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them 1010XL sent you.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hi, this is Dr. George Bari, an orthopedic surgeon who is fellowship trained in sports medicine. If you are a young athlete or a weekend warrior, I treat you with the care and expertise that is needed to diagnose and treat your injury. Come see me at Bari Orthopedics to get the care that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. And follow Doc on Instagram at Dr.GeorgeBari.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise and towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, Gate fans, power up your meal with an electrifying deal. My Gate Rewards members can snag a Monster Energy for just $1 when you buy any made-to-order entree. Breakfast bowl or pizza, it's your choice. Just add a Monster and boost your day. See store for details.
Springtime is the perfect time to get your home organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live. From closets and garages to entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and storage for any space and budget. Make an appointment to tour their showroom on Phillips Highway and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off for installation and 18 months special financing. Schedule your free consultation at 904-878-9393 or find them online, closetsbydesign.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances, that's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents. Look no further, though, than I-9 Sports, covering Duval, St. John's, and Clay to get your youngster in the game. Summer and fall registration open right now for flag football, soccer, t-ball, and basketball, plus girls volleyball at UNF and Bishop Snyder. Fields and gyms all over the First Coast, including Fort Family Field. And the best thing is, I-9 Sports offers sports year-round, so kids can always find a sport to play. i9sports.com, enter 1010 in the promo code for a discount.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Who lit it up last night? Brought to you by American-Electrical.com.
Brunson drives on Wade. Scoop layup is good. Beautiful shot from Brunson. Brunson guarded by Harden. Wants to clear out. Fakes. Drive. Gets inside. Pull-up jumper. Got it. Brunson. Three-pointer. Puts it in. Captain Clutch has come alive. It's a 5-point game. Timeout Cavaliers.
I tell you, you couldn't have asked for more from one night to the next. And we had 41 points and 24 boards from Victor Wembanyama with San Antonio beating OKC Monday night. And then you come right back last night and Jalen Brunson lit it up. There is no question about it. And especially with him being such a big part of that 18-1 run to basically erase what was a 22-point lead.
He had 11 straight points.
It was nuts, and he just can manufacture moments about as good as anybody on an NBA court. And so he lit it up. We'll find out whether he can keep doing it, but you can trust American Electrical to keep doing it. They've been in this market, in this town, in this community for over a quarter century with 2 generations of master electricians wiring it right at a fair price. Make sure you check out American-Electrical.com.
So what does OKC have to do different against Wemby? Because they go down 2-0 is a wrap.
I thought there were times when physically they were coming at Wemby pretty hard, but then the other half of that was San Antonio was coming at SGA physically pretty hard, and they didn't let him break to the basket nearly as much as he has before, and they got guys that are collapsing, off-ball coverage, all this stuff. It made it very difficult for him. He's just got to score more, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and they'll still run bigs at Victor to see if they can slow him down, but SGA needs to be the MVP. 3.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
I was trying to work with 3 alphabet and it didn't work. But Lauren Brooks joins us now as Helmets and Heels gets ready to go.
Yeah, you could say LBD. Those are my actual initials. So
okay.
That works.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is cooking on H&H?
Yeah, there you go. Another one. We'll talk some Jags football. And also at 2 o'clock, you've got JU baseball taking on North Alabama. So we'll keep everybody updated with that in the ASUN baseball tournament. And then also Florida takes on Vanderbilt also at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so Vandy had the win over Kentucky.
Correct,
and so they
yesterday.
moved in
Yep.
out of that first round game. And I think, I don't remember exactly what the highlight was, but anyway, it's a pretty good game. And then now Florida had the bye, and now we're going to figure out whether the Gators keep it going.
Yeah, I don't know if you were watching when Florida played host to Kentucky, but that Friday night of that series, unless it was the Thursday night, either way, you know what I mean. The very first game, Kentucky has a really good pitcher, and he was really good against Florida. And so I was afraid that Kentucky was going to win.
Yeah.
Florida, I guess, wouldn't have to face him today because he pitched yesterday. But still, it would have been helpful for Kentucky to make it farther. But alas.
Yeah, so many good SEC baseball teams right now.
I know. Can you believe Florida's the 5th seed in that tournament?
Yeah,
That's what's crazy.
Yeah, because 4 teams got the double bye.
Correct.
And they were the
so
fifth
Florida
one.
if Florida beats Vanderbilt, Florida will play Alabama tomorrow night.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, Lauren, we will be listening.
Thanks, boys.
Helmets and Heels.
10
coming up
SEC
next.
teams in the top 25. 10.
Crazy. And I'm guessing a half dozen from the ACC. Also?
Yeah, exactly.
It's about right. And these 2 conferences in the game of baseball, man, they definitely have pumped out good teams. That's for sure. We're a good team. We had a good time.
So does SGA get it done?
Yeah, they got to even it up.
All right.
Yeah, they got to even it up.
I agree.
Yeah, and so it'll be 1-1. I don't know what the number spread wise. Would you have that, JJ? Are you thinking of maybe a 4.5 point line? I don't know.
It's 7.5 right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. they're expecting OKC to win.
Yeah. So if
they know they need it.
Right. If it's 7.5, that is telling you something right there, Big. So we will see where it goes. All right. We are done. Thanks to the Golf Club at Southampton. Don't forget, log onto their Facebook page to see everything that they're doing. You can still have that membership practice range where you can go out and work on your game. Very affordable way to do that. You can be out there all the time. And, of course, Thursday night trivia and a bunch more. Check out the Golf Club at Southampton. We are done. Big Sirs, Maddie with the pizza, payoff bet, Joe C. and JJ.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. 1010X